Mr. Speaker, I thank the gentleman for yielding. I rise in strong support of this Resolution 1315 honoring NASA on its 50th anniversary. As an original co-sponsor of this resolution, I'd like to commend my colleagues from the Science Committee, the chairman of the subcommittee, Mr. Lamson, and the ranking member, Mr. McCall of Texas, for introducing the thoughtful resolution commemorating NASA on this important milestone for our country. Mr. Speaker, over the years, NASA has not only been the leader in human space exploration, but has successfully used technological capabilities like is mentioned by my colleagues, the Hubble telescope, GPS system, and I anticipate the men and women of NASA, they will continue being the true leaders and innovators in the years to come. Mr. Speaker, as we speak today, NASA is undergoing aggressive convert domestic energy sources, coal, natural gas, biomass, oil shale, into cleaner and more economical alternative to traditional jet fuel. Now, why is that important? It's important, Mr. Speaker, because in the year 2003, the NASA agency spent $4.5 million on their jet fuel, 4.6 million gallons. In 2007, 4 years later, they spent $18.3 million. So they're doing this research in conjunction with the Department of Defense and the United States Air Force to try to find alternative sources of fuel to lower the cost to the government. And everybody in this chamber, everybody in this nation knows that we are suffering tremendously from a lack of supply and a tremendous demand, and that's why we're paying $4.11 a gallon for regular gasoline. We can solve this problem, but there's one little glitch, and that's the Democrat Energy Independence and Security Act of 2007, which absolutely prohibits NASA and the Department of Defense from utilizing any petroleum source other than conventional petroleum if it's not as clean. Well, in times like these, when the country is on the verge of bankruptcy, I think the first priority, Mr. Speaker, should be to lower the price of gasoline and let NASA continue the research so that we can make the conversion of shale, which has something like 1.3 trillion barrels of petroleum embedded in that rock, and that we convert coal to liquid, to petroleum. We have 1.5 trillion tons of coal in this country, and we only use about 1 billion tons a year. We have tremendous excess amount of coal right here in River City, and yet this energy bill that the Democrats passed last year prohibits us from going after this source, increasing the supply so that the price of gasoline at the pump goes down. And I would employ my colleagues to bring these bills to the floor. They're over there. There's a discharge petition. Republicans have signed them. Just a handful of Democrats. We need to bring these issues to the floor, have an up or down vote, at least give NASA and the Department of Defense a waiver of Section 526 so that we can solve this problem and we're not so dependent on these foreign nations that hate our guts, countries such as Venezuela and countries in the Middle East. It's time to act. I commend the committee for bringing this resolution. It's a great resolution honoring NASA on its 50th anniversary. I support it fully, but I also support a balanced approach to solving our energy needs, and I yield back.
Gentleman from